Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 5. She gave a voice to the unheard and brought stories from the shadows into the global spotlight. That quote, shared by a former colleague, captures the heart of Isabel Pisano's legacy, one built on courage, truth, and compassion. Isabel Pisano, who passed away in Madrid at 77, led a life that crossed continents and broke barriers. Born in Montevideo, she first graced audiences on the big screen with striking performances in acclaimed films like Savage Pampas, Bilbao, and Trauma. Her presence was always magnetic, bold but layered, fearless but deeply human. But it was far from only the screen where she left her mark. As a journalist, she stood on front lines where few dared to go. From Palestine to Bosnia, Somalia to Iraq, Pisano reported with unshakable resolve. She was often the sole foreign correspondent documenting war zones in real time, risking her life to tell others' stories. Her work for Rey and El Mundo earned widespread acclaim and a cultural medal from Spain. She didn't seek awards. She sought truth. Her books did the same. With powerful insight, she wrote about love, loss, identity, and conflict. Her novel Yo Puta sparked global conversations and inspired a film. She also penned moving biographies, most notably of filmmaker Bigas Luna and her longtime companion, Yasser Arafat. Pisano never shied away from uncomfortable truths. Whether reporting from burning cities or writing about underrepresented voices, she brought empathy and humanity to everything she touched. She mentored the next generation, championed women in media, and remained a fearless storyteller till the end. Her passing due to complications from Alzheimer's disease has left a deep void. But her work, her impact, and her light endure. A friend once said, "She taught us to look closer, to ask more questions, and above all, to care." That is her true legacy. Isabel Pisano was a trailblazer, a truth seeker, and a compassionate force in a complicated world. Her influence lives on, not just through her films and writing, but in every journalist and artist she inspired. Tributes to Isabel Pisano. Number 4. Chase had a way of making everyone feel seen and valued, on and off the field. Those words, spoken by a DePaul teammate, capture the heart of who Chase Stegall was. Chase passed away at the age of 20, a sudden loss due to epilepsy. But his story is one of triumph, resilience, and connection. Raised in Atlanta, Chase's love for soccer was evident early. He trained with Southern Soccer Academy for over a decade and helped lead Woodward Academy to multiple championships. Twice named to the All-Region team, his skill and determination set him apart even in his high school years. By 2023, Chase had earned his place on DePaul University's men's soccer team. A midfielder for the Blue Demons, he battled through an injury his freshman year and came back strong. In his sophomore season, he played in 16 out of 17 games, scoring his first collegiate goal against Drake, a moment his coaches and teammates won't forget. But Chase's greatness wasn't measured only in goals or minutes played. He was a leader, a mentor, and a beloved friend. He guided younger players and supported his team with honesty, drive, and warmth. In a deeply personal essay, Chase once wrote about how a seizure brought him closer to his team, how he felt lifted by their support. That experience reflected the way he gave back, creating unity and strength wherever he went. His passing at DePaul's Lincoln Park campus left both his university and hometown community heartbroken. The outpouring of love was immediate and profound. DePaul president Rob Manuel remembered him as a young man of warmth, strength of character, and vibrant presence. Chase is survived by his parents, Milton and Darlene, and his brother Colin. Though his life ended far too soon, The values he carried, kindness, resilience, and leadership, continue through the people who knew and loved him. From Atlanta fields to college stadiums, from locker rooms to late-night conversations, Chase Stegall left something meaningful behind. Tributes to Chase Stegall. Number 3. You are my partner for life, my best friend, my quiet strength, my calm in the chaos. These were Erik Markov's own words to Lucia Barahona, the person who stood beside him through every rep, every setback, and every triumph. They echo now as a reminder of the man behind the muscle, a man defined as much by his heart as by his physique. At just 29, Erik passed away unexpectedly, leaving behind a wave of sorrow felt deeply across the bodybuilding world. His rise was swift, not just because of his chiseled form or flawless posing, but because of the way he carried himself, humble, focused, and always encouraging those around him. Born in Spain, Erik's passion found purpose in the classic physique division, where artistry and discipline collide. His breakout came in 2025. In a single, unforgettable month, he won the NPC Worldwide Top 10 Classic and claimed his lifelong goal, his IFBB Pro card at the Amateur Olympia Spain. He was a standout. With a signature V-taper, razor-sharp conditioning, and timeless lines, Erik represented the golden era with a modern edge, but he didn't just perform, he inspired. From local gyms to global stages, Erik was that rare athlete who built others up while chasing his own dreams. Outside of competition, Erik opened his life to the world, inviting people in through his training videos, motivational posts, and heartfelt tributes to Lucia. Fans loved his honesty. Fellow athletes respected his relentless work ethic. Many saw in him the future of the sport. Lucia, speaking after his passing, asked for time and space to grieve, thanking supporters for their compassion during what she described as an earth-shattering loss. The fitness community continues to flood social media with memories, progress pics, and stories shared with Erik, moments marked not only by flexed muscle, but by laughter, gratitude, and support. Erik is survived by Lucia and his family in Spain. Though his time on stage was short, his presence will echo for years to come in locker rooms, posing studios, and the lives of those he moved. The world lost Erik Markov far too soon, but what he gave in inspiration, discipline, and love remains. Tributes to Erik Markov. Number 2, integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Those words perfectly reflect the life of Sir Erik Neal, a man who lived with quiet strength and unwavering purpose. At 101, Sir Erik passed away peacefully, leaving behind a rich legacy of leadership and service that continues to shape Australia. He rose from humble beginnings in South Australia to become a trusted voice in boardrooms and government halls across the country. Trained as an engineer, he brought a steady, practical vision to every role he took on. From leading Boral Limited as CEO to serving on the boards of national icons like BHP and Coca-Cola Amatil, he helped steer some of Australia's largest companies during decades of change. In 1996, he made history as the first corporate leader appointed governor of South Australia. His calm presence and tireless diplomacy marked a transformative time for the state. He opened doors for new trade, fostered cultural ties, and brought warmth and accessibility to the role. After his gubernatorial service, Sir Erik continued to guide with wisdom as Chancellor of Flinders University. He championed education, road safety, and engaged deeply in veterans' affairs, most notably supporting the Anzac Centenary Memorial Walk. He also held leadership roles in national charities and served as Chief Commissioner of the City of Sydney. Every commitment reflected his passion for progress and people. Through it all, he was known not just for achievements but for character, a determined mentor, deeply principled, and always generous with his time. Colleagues often spoke of his humble demeanor and keen sense of fairness. For over 7 decades, he was married to Lady Joan, his constant partner in life's journey. He also found joy as a devoted father and a loyal Port Adelaide Football Club supporter. The Premier of South Australia called his service of the utmost distinction. It's a sentiment shared by many. Sir Eric Neal leaves behind a legacy of wise leadership, quiet dignity, and compassionate service. He showed that impact isn't created in loud moments but in consistent actions done with heart. Tributes to Eric Neal. What's trending on the internet? News 1. If you remember lovable Trent from Fresh Off the Boat, you'll be amazed by the latest chapter in actor Trevor Larkham's journey. At just 21 years old, Trevor revealed he has lost an incredible 130 pounds, an achievement that's drawing admiration from fans everywhere. After years in the spotlight, Trevor bravely shared how his weight once tipped over 300 pounds by the time he turned 18. Determined to transform his health and life, he overhauled his daily habits, tracking what he ate, sticking to a regular workout routine, and staying motivated even when things got tough. He candidly spoke about the challenges, including going through surgery for excess skin and enduring what he called his worst pain ever. But through it all, Trevor's positivity and determination never wavered. The best part? Trevor now uses his story to inspire and uplift others facing similar battles. His fans are calling him a true motivator and thanking him for helping them find their own strength. Trevor Larkham's journey isn't just about weight loss. It's about perseverance, courage, and showing up for yourself no matter how long the road may be. He'll be remembered not only as a childhood star, but as an inspiration to countless people taking steps toward a healthier, happier life. News 2. Pratik Pandey, a talented 35-year-old Microsoft engineer, is being fondly remembered by colleagues and loved ones after his passing at the company's Mountain View, California campus. Originally from Indore, India, Pratik pursued his dreams in the United States, earning advanced degrees and contributing his skills to major tech leaders, including Apple, Walmart Labs, and most recently, Microsoft. Friends describe him as a helpful and positive spirit who celebrated life through soccer, ping pong, and cricket. Pratik's family has gently urged companies to care for the well-being of dedicated employees who work long hours, hoping to inspire a healthier balance for everyone. Though gone too soon, Pratik's legacy of kindness, achievement, and inspiration will continue to shine in the memories of all who knew him. News 3. If you remember the catchy tune, "This Is How We Do It," you know Montel Jordan, a voice and spirit that inspired a generation. Today, the 56-year-old singer is courageously sharing his latest challenge, the return of his prostate cancer, nearly a year after having his prostate removed. Montel first discovered his cancer in early 2024 during a routine screening, and after surgery, he stayed upbeat. He was even back on stage just 2 weeks later, performing in Anaheim alongside Usher. Now, after months of follow-ups, doctors have found small amounts of cancer in his lymph nodes, meaning he'll need more treatment. Montel is using this moment to encourage men, especially in the Black community, to talk openly and get checked. He's honest about his feelings, saying, "It's okay to cry. It's okay to shake your fist at God." Most importantly, he wants others to know that doing nothing is never the answer. Montel's strength and openness remind us all of the power of sharing our stories and looking out for each other. His music inspired us to celebrate life, and now, his courage lights the way for those facing tough battles. Let's keep Montel and all those fighting cancer in our thoughts, and honor his legacy by supporting awareness and early detection. News 4. If you've ever enjoyed the hilarious antics of the Lonely Island, you'll want to join us in sending well wishes to Jorma Taccone, age 47. The renowned comedian, writer, and director recently suffered a terrifying accident at his farmhouse in Connecticut, falling nearly 20 feet from a rickety ladder while trying to hang lights for his daughter's birthday. Despite the fall shattering his pelvis and detaching his sacrum from his spine, Jorma's upbeat spirit shines through. He's already laughing about the ordeal and feeling grateful the outcome wasn't even worse. Doctors say Jorma is expected to walk again in 3 to 6 months after surgery and rehabilitation, and his friends, including Andy Samberg and Akiva Schaffer, are relieved and grateful for his recovery. Jorma's courage and optimism remind us all to appreciate life's unexpected moments, and we're cheering him on as he heals and looks forward to more laughter and creative triumphs. May his resilience and determination inspire not just his fans, but anyone facing a tough challenge today. News 5. Remember when Bruce Willis lit up our screens as the tough yet charming hero in Die Hard and so many classics? At 70, Bruce is now facing a different kind of challenge, living with frontotemporal dementia. His wife, Emma Hemming Willis, recently shared that she made the heartfelt decision to move Bruce into a separate home where he's cared for by a dedicated team of professionals. Emma says it was never easy, but with their young daughters in mind, she knew Bruce would want them to grow up in an environment that felt normal and joyful, even if it meant changing how the family lives day to day. Emma continues to visit Bruce with their children, making sure he feels the love and warmth of his family. She's also become a voice for caregivers everywhere, reminding us that these journeys, while private, often rely on courage, community, and hope. In her upcoming memoir, Emma speaks openly about the challenges and the deep bonds forged along the way. Bruce Willis may have stepped out of the spotlight, but his spirit, strength, and the love of his family ensure he remains a true star. As we fondly remember his incredible career, let's celebrate the compassion and resilience that define not just Bruce's legacy, but the Willis family's journey together. News 6. Here's a story that's sure to warm your heart. Margot Cohen, a 36-year-old animal lover from Canada, was hiking Tricooney Peak with her loyal dog Zion when adventure took an unexpected turn. During their hike, little Zion lost his footing and slipped down a steep and rocky mountainside. Without hesitation, Margot rushed after her pup, only to fall an astonishing 60 feet herself. Despite the incredible drop, Margot survived the ordeal, though she suffered significant injuries. Rescue crews braved the afternoon heat and rough terrain, reaching her after a long 2-hour wait. Amazingly, Zion the dog weathered the fall with just a minor injury and stayed loyally by Margot's side, wagging his tail and giving her comfort during the ordeal. Today, both Margot and Zion are recovering and safe, thanks to Margot's quick thinking, the dedication of search and rescue teams, and the powerful bond between a woman and her dog. It's a reminder that love and loyalty, whether human or canine, can help us overcome even the steepest falls. 7. Number 1. Her presence on stage was like a pulse, steady, alive, and unforgettable, recalled one of her longtime collaborators. Agnès Berthon didn't simply perform roles, she became them. Her quiet force and commanding grace shaped the heart of French theater for decades. Born in Algiers and raised in Nice, Agnès' love for the screen began when she was just 6, captivated by Louis Jouvet in Entrée des Artistes. Though music first tugged at her heart, the stage soon called with greater urgency. That calling would lead her to become one of the defining artists of her generation. Her journey through the world of French performing arts was rich and fearless. Audiences knew her from films like Knife Plus Heart, Captives, and most recently, Les Immortels, set to open Critics' Week at Venice. Yet it was on the stage, with Joel Pomerat's Compagnie Louis Brouillard, that she cast her longest shadow. For over 20 years, she was his muse and a cornerstone of his visionary productions. Her artistry was matched by her deep kindness, Agnès wasn't just admired, she was cherished. She generously mentored rising performers, supported bold creative projects, and never stopped looking ahead. In her final months, she was preparing a spoken-sung recital and collaborating on a new feature film, proof of her tireless passion. Agnès passed away at 66 after a courageous battle with lung cancer. Her loss was swiftly felt across the artistic world. Marina Foïs, Florence Loiret-Kyle, and Jeanne Cherhal joined many others in honoring her, remembering her not just as a gifted actress, but as a soul with extraordinary warmth and devotion. Described as a pillar of Pomerat's troupe, Agnès Berthon remains an example of what it means to live for art without ego, to uplift others, to evolve continuously, and to leave behind more than applause. Real inspiration. She is survived by loved ones, both personal and creative, and laid to rest in Bourg Cemetery in Narbonne. Her voice may be silent now, but her influence will echo for generations. Tributes to Agnès Berthon. The measure of a man is not how many roles he plays, but how many hearts he touches.